All right, now, so let's actually go ahead and start allowing the users to add this food item right here to the cart. All right. So what we're gonna do is just we're gonna set up some kind of form, and we're gonna go ahead and insert this data in some kind of table, which is the cart table. And we're also gonna set up our model, and we're gonna work from there. All right. So first of all, I want to go right here at the web, which is the part for the routes, the file for the routes, and I want to go right here, and I want to go for this, and I want to go cart. All right, so this will be a type of post, of course, because this will be the form. This will be a form. All right, so right here, this will go to food/food items, and we're gonna pass in the ID right here. All right, so that's fine. And this will be in the foods controller, and it will hit the cart function. All right, and this will be food dash cart, like that, for the name. All right, so save this whole thing. Let's now go ahead right here at the food dash details, and let's try to set up the form. So as you can see right over here, you can simply look this up, which is add to the cart. If you go Control F, you can go add the cart like that. So you'll find this link, but this will not be a link. Actually, it will be a button. So we're going to change it. But before that, let's go ahead and do our form. So we're just going to go we're going to go method right here is post. And right after this, we're going to go action, which are the most important thing to work with forms, when working with forms. All right, so I'm gonna go right here, route, and I'm gonna paste my route name right here, which is food dash cart. All right, and I'm gonna pass in, of course, the ID, since we're passing in the ID right here. All right, so this will be food item, like that, and let's passing in the ID. Since we're passing the ID right here in the link. If you look down here, we also need to pass it in the form. All right, so right after this, I want to first of all wrap up this form. All right, so right after this, let's cut this right here and paste it in. All right, so what do we need to insert in our table exactly? Well, first of all, we need to grab the user who basically the user ID, for the user who inserted or added this item to the cart. So I'm just gonna go right here, input, and I'm gonna go, for now, just type text. All right, those of course will be hidden, so I'm gonna keep this type hidden, but in a while. All right, I want to view my data first. All right, I'm gonna go type text, and right after this, I'm just gonna go value right here. All right, so the value for this, it will be the user ID. So I'm just gonna go pause right here. I'm gonna go user. All right, and I'm gonna add in the ID right here. So this will grab the ID from the session. All right, just like that. And right after this, I want to copy this, and I want to copy this like multiple times. All right, so the value for this, right after this, I want to grab the ID. All right, I want to insert the ID of this food item. So there we go. Actually forgot to set up the name, so this will be name like that, and the name for this is going to be user underscore ID. All right, so copy this. Let's also add the rest of these inputs down here. All right, so just paste right away. So this will be food underscore ID. And right after this, I want to insert the name of the food. I also want to insert, let's see, I want to insert the image right here. So what else? I also want to insert the price. All right, so I guess that this is everything. So we can pick up the values right here. Since we already have this food item right here, we can pick up the rest of the values, let's go ahead right here, paste this in, and pick the name of the image. And right here, we can just go ahead and pick the price of this. All right. So as you can see, here are my own inputs. Right after this, I want to make this a button right here. All right, so let's also make it a button right there. So there is the class. I want to keep this a type of submit, like that. All right, and I want to also what's going on? All right, so this is actually a class like that. Yeah, a class equals button blah blah blah. So okay, right after this, I want to also keep the name of this as submit, like that. All right, so we only added type and type submit and the name submit, and that's we also need to remove this href because this is not a link right now. All right, so actually I want to add the CSRF right there. All right, and save this. Now right after this, I want to go ahead and I want to create my controller, my model. All right, so if I just go right here and if I go PHP artisan make model, I'm gonna keep it in the foot and I'm gonna name this model to be cart, like that. All right, so now it generated this model for us. So if we go to models right here, if we go to food, and as you can see, we can see our cart right there, cart model. So I want to copy this code because it's going to be similar. So let's paste this in. So this will be for the table, will be a cart, the name of the table inside phpMyAdmin, and we are going to insert a couple of things right there. We're going to insert the user ID. So let's create those right there. Let's create those columns. Let's paste this in. Also, there is the name right here, and also the price, the image right here, and also the price. All right, so as you can see here, we got our 5 column names. All right, so let's save this. Let's go ahead right now and copy the name of this table, and let's try and create it. All right, so just give it a second. All right, so let's paste this in. Let's now pick up our column names. All right, so well, actually before that we need an ID for this. This is just a convention, and most of the times it's a must to create an ID column. All right, so right after this we will have the user ID. Right, this will also be an integer. It will be 10. We will also have the food ID. All right, also integer, and it will be 10 for the length. Right after this we'll have the name. So this will be varchar 200. All right, so we're gonna add like 4 other columns right there. So we will have the image. This will be varchar also 200. And we will have the price right here. We will have this to be 200. All right, so this will be created at. All right, so this will be a type of timestamp, and this will be current timestamp, like that. So this will be updated at also, and it will be a timestamp, and it will be a current timestamp. So let's click save, like that. All right. So as you can see right over here, we can see our table structure. So what we have left to complete this is just the controller, the function right here. All right, the function which is inside controller. So let's copy this and let's go down at the bottom. Let's paste this in. I want to copy this whole thing, and I want to go right here and paste. Let's go ahead and paste this in, cart, like that. So since we're submitting a form, I want to go ahead and do my request. So we're gonna do request like that. All right, now, and we should separate both of those parameters. All right. Right after this, I want to go ahead right here and I want to insert into this. So I'm just gonna go cart like that, and I'm gonna go insert into the cart model. So I'm just gonna go create right here, and I'm gonna go something like this. So this will be the first thing is basically the food or the user underscore ID. So we're gonna grab the data that's coming from the request right here, and that request is coming from the user underscore ID input, which is right here in the form, all right, which is this one. All right, so we're gonna do the rest for the rest of the data. So this will be food underscore ID, actually underscore, not plus. So I'll copy this and paste right away. So I'm just gonna go on both of those, click Control, and I'm gonna go name, or actually, yeah, name right here. All right, so I'm gonna go right here, Alt, and keep pressing Alt on both, and you can, select them right away. So this will be image. So I'm gonna also go right here, and this will be price, like that. All right, so this is now done. So after we insert this, I don't want this line, so let's remove it. After we insert, I'm just gonna go with a very simple test, something like cart item added to cart. All right, successfully, for example. All right, then I'm gonna go ahead and comment this line because we might need it later. All right, so this is what's gonna be displayed if this is inserted inside the cart model right here. So just save this, copy this cart model because we did not even include it just yet, and go right here and paste it like that. So now we included that. And let's just go ahead right here and let's actually try this out. All right, so I would say everything right there looks perfect. So let's go ahead right here and let's, this is refreshed right now, and as you can see, we have now our data. So this is the user ID. This is simply the ID for the food item, which is right there, as you can see it. And there is the name, there is the image for this food item, and there is the price. So if I simply click at the cart right now, all right, so as you can see, item added to cart successfully. If you cannot see it, now you can see. If we go right here at this cart table, and if we press browse, as you can see, we added this one right here at the cart table. So it's being inserted. So it's being inserted successfully, which is great. In the next one, we should actually finish we should finish this part right here, because I'm not going to leave this after we insert the items into the cart. Of course, I'm not going to display something like this. I want to make this like more professional. All right, and I also want to go ahead and I want to validate this. So if we basically added something to the cart right here, I want to like make this something like added to the cart. All right, so yeah, this will be everything, and I will see you on the next video.